Hey guys, this is our Project 1 presentation of the Arduino board circuits that we built during class in week 4. As you can see, this presentation is going to be in the form of a screencast, which was also our weekly summary form as well. Okay, so let's get into it. In this video, I will be discussing our first project that we had assigned to us by David. The second one will be a separate video. Okay, so to get into the first one, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of an overview of what our project was and kind of what we're building. So this is number 6 in the Arduino book. It's called the light Therimin. And as you can see just by reading the caption here, time to make some noise using a photoresistor and a piezo element. We're going to make a light-based Therimin. The build time on it says 45 minutes. I think we did it in quite less time. After actually reading the entire chapter or this section, it probably did put us at about 45 minutes. So that was pretty accurate right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our materials needed for this one. We needed the wires, of course, and then we needed piezo. This is the thing that was making the noise. We have a photoresistor, which when you would put your hand closer to it, it would change the pitch of the piezo that was making the noise. And it's probably not going to make a lot of sense to you now, but we'll get into that as we explore this project. And then we also needed a 10 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, so going down to the actual circuit, this is what it looks like. You have your Arduino board, you have you see how your wires. We have a wire going from ground to the negative, and then from the 5 volt to the positive. And here's our piezo, and here is the photoresistor in the wire. So let's we initially attempted trying to build this from the schematic alone. We had it we kind of overcomplicated it to where it just was kind of messier. So after we went back and looked at it, we changed it to match this. So now we can read a little bit from the excerpt of the chapter just to give you a sense of what we did. Okay. So I found this piece here kind of interesting, and it's kind of worth mentioning. So instead of sensing the capacitance with the Arduino, we used a photoresistor to detect the amount of light. And this was really cool. When we moved our hands over the sensor, we changed the amount of light that that falls on the photoresistor's face, and this is what controlled the pitch in the frequency in the piezo. So yeah, this is pretty much the explanation of how it works. So the photoresistor senses light, and when we would put our hand over it, it would sense less light because we're kind of covering it up, and we'd move it away, it would sense more light, and that would it would, depending on how much light it senses, would change the pitch of the noise coming from the piezo. Oh, and if you didn't know what a piezo was, I'll kind of explain it. Here's the definition for it right here. It's piezo is a small element that vibrates when it receives electricity. When it moves, it displaces air around it, creating sound waves. I don't have a video of the noise it was making, but it made a really high-pitched noise that could be heard from pretty far away, anywhere within the room. So I don't know. It's just kind of like I would kind of relate it to being like a dog whistle, if you've ever heard one of those. I want to take some time to talk about the software we used. And this was the normal the Arduino software that we've been using. I'm not too sure the name of the program. I don't remember it. But we pretty much just plugged this in through the cable it came with into the computer. We loaded up the program for light Therimin number 6. And yeah, it pretty much received the program, and as long as we had the circuit built correctly, there was a little bit of trial and error, but we got it to work, and yeah, it worked pretty well. So okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and show the build of the actual board. So what we have is we're going to start with the basics. This is our cable that is plugged into the computer, which uploads the program for the light Therimin to work. As you can see, this pretty much matches the schematic as I showed you earlier. We have our photoresistor, our piezo. All of our connections are good. So pretty much you would take your hand and you would put it right above this photoresistor that senses light, and it would change the pitch in this piezo, which was pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and make some extensions to this project. Okay, so prior to this class, I've never worked with any circuits or have worked on any Arduino boards. Worked with or on Arduino boards, either or. So all of this was kind of new to me, and I'm taking these 103 circuits and devices, which was pretty much exactly what we're doing right now with Arduino boards, except it's hands-on. And then I have Physics 2. I never really thought that Physics 2 and circuits would combine like they are. They're like pretty much intertwined, because I'm learning stuff in circuits that when I build stuff on the Arduino board, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see how it actually works, which is really good for me learning this stuff and retaining it. I can actually see what's really happening with the Arduino board, which is just a circuit board. Just to show you, this is kind of what we're learning in circuits right now. We have resistive circuits. Pretty much I've went over and I've learned how circuit boards work, and you know, what resistors do and how they affect what's going on in the transfer of energy within the circuit board. So we're going to go ahead and move into the conclusion now. So all in all, this was a pretty good, pretty fun project. I had fun building this one. So I learned a lot as well. It's really cool, all in all. So this little statement here is pretty cool. The traditional theremins can control the frequency and the volume of sound. This one was only able to control the frequency, which was still great. But they're kind of hinting that, you know, if you wanted to do more with it, it is possible that you can control the speaker manually, you know, by controlling the voltage level. So this is the code that we opened up on the computer to program the Arduino board with. And kind of explained. We kind of went through and read it to understand it. Yeah. I think that a lot of things can be done through looking at that code, and then also if you know how to program, you know, I think you can. It's an endless world of possibilities with these boards. There's just so many things you can do with them, and that's really cool. So.